Let me tell y'all about that time I went on the run. And the Ku Klux Klan ended up chasing me in Grand River, Michigan. I think I was about 19 years old. Had caught a case in my hometown. Of course, I wasn't sticking around to find out how it was gonna play out. So I called up a partner of mine. He come pick me up, take me to Columbus. I jump on the bus and go to Atlanta. Stay in Atlanta about 3 days, just chilling, messing off. Then finally I made up my mind that I was gonna head north. But in 3 days in Atlanta, I had to spend all my money except about $60. And in order to get to Michigan, I had to hitchhike. So, like I said, I was about 19, didn't know too much about outside of you follows, especially traveling or catching the bus. But anyway, I took 40 of them $60 and bought me a bus ticket. I figured that $40 would get me close to Grand Rapids, Michigan as it could, and I hitchhiked the rest of the way. So I bought me a bus ticket in Atlanta, and the bus ticket took me to Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I'm telling you, man, once I jumped on that bus, it was like, ain't no turning back. Ain't no turning back. I already got a case in Alabama I'm running from, and I can't go back home. So once I get to Chattanooga, Tennessee, ain't no turning back. I'm just out here. I got to see this mission on through. So that's exactly what I did. I jump on the bus take me to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I get off the bus, and I just walked straight outside. Took a right. I ain't never in my life been to Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm gonna tell you how God was leading me through my whole life, even through times of trouble. I get off that bus in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I walk outside of the bus station, and I just take a right, keep walking. Just keep walking. I don't know where I'm going. And I come to like an end of the road, and I take a left, go across another road, just walking. I ain't got no sense of direction, no nothing. I'm just out here on the run in Chattanooga, Tennessee, a place I've never been. But I got to get to Grand Rapids, Michigan, to my folks' house. So I just keep walking, and I walk straight to a truck stop, straight to it. I get to the truck stop, and I'm asking around, was anybody going to Michigan? And they were like, no, we ain't going that way. We ain't going that way. Till finally, I talked to these two guys. I guess they were just starting out. And they said, yeah, we going to Michigan, but you're going to have to ride with us for about a week, and we'll put you close to Grand Rapids. I was like, nah, bro, I can't ride with y'all for no week, because my folks expecting me. I had talked to my folks in Michigan, and they told me I can come up there and stay for a little while until I figured out what I was going to do. So the guy tell me if I ride with them for a week, then they'll have me in Michigan. I was like, nah, I can't stay out that long. My folks expect me. So I walked to this other guy, and he tell me, yeah, I'm going that way. I give you a ride for us. I can take you. Of course, I jump in the truck with him, and we ride. He takes me all the way up to Kentucky. What was the name of that place in Kentucky? No, Dayton. Dayton, Ohio. He takes me to Dayton, Ohio. And that was closest he can get me to Grand Rapids, Michigan. So I get off the truck with him at another truck stop. And at this rest area or truck stop, it was two women out here, two call girls. They just out here doing their thing. And mind you, I ain't have a $20 on me. I had 60 when I left Atlanta, and I spent 40 of them on the bus ride to Chattanooga, and I got like $20 to get me to Grand Rapids, and I don't know how much longer it's gonna take me to get there. So I'm just out here wondering. And these two women, workers, come up to me, and we started talking, and they talking about, just stay with us, we'll take care of you, just stay with us. Like, no, I got to get to Michigan, cause my folks look for me. And like I said, I wasn't raised up in the streets to be out doing this. I wasn't a bad kid. I really wasn't a bad kid. My mom raised me in the church. My grandma raised me in the church. And so a situation in my life that had took a drastic turn caused me to be out in these streets doing stuff that I ain't know nothing about. I ain't know nothing about catching cases, being on the run, dealing with the police. That wasn't how I was raised. So anyway, I'm out here now. Found myself in Dayton, Ohio, on the run, hanging out with two working girls, and they trying to get me to stay in town with them for God knows how long, and they talking about they gonna take care of me. But anyway, I tell them, man, I got to get to my folks' house. But anyway, they buy me something to eat, and they give me a few more dollars and wish me well. And I keep walking around looking for somebody to give me a ride close to Michigan. Anyway, I finally come across this black guy. I say black guy because he knew damn better. He had to know better. So I'm going to give me a ride from Chattanooga, Tennessee to Grand freaking River, Michigan. I had never in my life heard of Grand River, Michigan. And this black guy gave me a ride to Grand River, Michigan. It's early in the morning, maybe 10, 11 o'clock when we get to Grand River, Michigan, and we come to like an intersection, and he was like, this far as I can go. You're going to have to, find you another ride from here. He would point it in the direction that I needed to walk in to come to another truck stop or rest area. And I was like, all right, appreciate it. And so I started walking. Mind you, I ain't never in my life heard of no Grand River, Michigan. I'm walking through these folk towns. I got my black backpack on, dressed in black shoes, and I'm just walking. And it dawned on me instantly that there were no black people in this town. I had been walking maybe an hour before I realized that I ain't seen not one black person. And this town is probably the size of Dothan in comparison. And so I'm just walking and walking and walking, and I didn't know where I was going. Just walking. I had no sense of direction, no nothing, just walking in the direction that the black guy told me to walk. But I did notice earlier that it was a dang red Z24 following me. He had to pass by me several times. Up and down, up and down. He didn't stop, he didn't say nothing, just passed by, but I noticed him. I kept walking. And I walked till dark. When it got dark, that damn red Z24 come back by me, turn around, and try to run me over. So I'm going to come all the way off the road and try to run me over. I take off running, jump off the side of the road, and he passed by. And mind you, I've been walking all day. It's dark. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what to expect. So when he tried to run me over, I started speed walking toward this gas station that was coming up. And I go inside the gas station, and the man, when he saw me coming in, he was kind of startled. And hell, he startled me the way he looked at me. And so I just walk up to the gas station and I asked him, I said, do y'all have a fucking problem? Excuse my language. Do y'all have a problem with black people in this town or something? Because I've been walking all day and I haven't seen not one black person. And that son gun looked at me and he said, son, you must don't know where the fuck you at. I said, hell no, I don't know where I'm at. He said, you 8 miles from the Grand Wizard house. Hell, I didn't even know what the hell a Grand Wizard was. But he said, you 8 miles from the Grand Wizard house. He said, the best thing for you to do is get your black ass out of my store and get back over there on that fucking interstate. I didn't even know what the damn interstate was, but I come up out that goddamn store like a scalded dog. I walking out the store, turn left, and just speed walking. And this damn red Z24 done rolled by me again and turned around and I done had to duck off and hide from him. But I walked so far, I come up to like a train track. I could see through the woods a bunch of cars going by. So something tell me to just walk that way. And I keep walking that way, and sure enough, I go down through these bushes, and I come out on the damn main interstate. And at these it's like a 4-way main interstate that I come out on. And right, not too far from where I came out at, I could see a rest area. It was like God led me straight to the damn rest area. So I walked over to the rest area, and I got on the phone, and I called my Aunt Diane. I said, hey, Diane, this one I'm at. She said, stay where you at, because I got to come through there in the morning to me and my girlfriend taking her daughter to the airport, and I got to pass right by there in the morning. I didn't tell her that the dang guy had to try to run me over. None of that. I just told her, okay, well, I'll just wait out here. And I said, well, just don't pass me by now. And she said, okay, I know exactly where you at. And so I'm looking for a place to just hang out till in the morning. I goes into the bathroom, look around, and I figure, okay, well, I could just sleep in one of these stalls or something. But then back then they had these long piss troughs. So I go over to the piss trough, and I'm just standing there pissing when the white man comes in, and he just standing there looking at me pissing. And something tell me, oh man, this finna be some bullshit. This finna be some straight up bullshit. So when he leave and I get finished pissing, I walk out and I watch him go get in the car and leave. But my instinct tell me that I better not stay in this rest area. It done got real dark right now. So my instinct tell me, don't stay in this rest area. What you need to do is walk around the back in the dark and come all the way back around and go back across the interstate. And it was like a hill on the other side of the interstate. So that's what I did. I walked around the backside so couldn't nobody see me. It was kind of dark back there. And I ran back across the interstate and went up on that top of the hill, and I just laid there and watching the rest area. Sure enough, about 15, 20 cars of white people pulled back up with this same guy who had came in the bathroom watching me. And they were walking around the rest area looking for me. Man, I'm telling you, I had been walking all day. I was tired as hell. And so I messed around and went to sleep. Just fell down asleep. Man, when I woke up, I was so goddamn scared. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what happened. I'm thinking my Aunt Diana came by and passed by and forgot me or couldn't find me or something. And I'm scared to death. And then it dawned on me that them damn folks were looking for me last night. So, oh, shucks. But I got to get back down here to the payphone to call my Aunt Diane. So I just braved up and got myself brave enough to run back down there, get on the phone and call her. And she said, baby, I'm on the way. And we just not leaving. I'm not too far from where you at. I said, okay, but I wasn't going to tell her that these people had been looking for me and all that, because I didn't want to frighten her or get her all upset. So I just tell her, okay, I'm be looking for it. She tell me what to look for. She said she was gonna be in a brown van, look for a brown van. And I said, okay, I'll be out here in the front looking for you, but just hurry up and don't pass me by. Don't miss me. And she was like, okay, I ain't gonna miss you. I'm gonna look for you. You just be looking for me. I was like, okay. So I'm sitting out here. I'm nervous as hell, thinking these folks gonna come back. And then out of nowhere, this damn white woman pulls up in this damn Riviera. I never forget, it was a damn blue Riviera. She pulls up and she had a McDonald's bag in her hand. And I'm sitting out front watching for my aunt. But I'm also keeping my head on swivel because I know these folks out here look for me the night before. And she walks up to me with this darn McDonald's bag and sit right next to me. She don't say nothing to me. She just comes sit right next to me and sit the bag right next to me and sit an apple right by it. And she don't say nothing. She just gets up and go back and get in her car. Man, I'm hungry as hell. I'm hungry as hell, man. Like I said, I had been walking all night. I done fell asleep on top of this damn hill and scared half to death. Now I'm out here waiting on my aunt. And this white woman that came up with this food. Now I'm thinking, damn, this might be some poison. She might be trying to poison me because I know they were trying to kill me. Later, I would talk to people and they would tell me all about the Grand Wizard and all this shit because I ain't know nothing about no damn Grand Wizard. And, but this white woman, she came, brought me something to eat and everything. And I'm scared as hell, thinking if I eat it, then it's going to poison me. But I'm so hungry, I'm like, man, fuck it. I'm finna eat this. And I ate it. But it didn't kill me, but sure enough, it was all right. She came and she saved my life because I was starving. I was hungry as hell. Anyway, I'm sitting out there and I see this damn brown van coming up the interstate. And I could see my aunt kind of looking. She looking for me and I'm looking for her. And I just started jumping up and down and waving. And man, it was her. I was so darn happy, man. I was so happy. She pulls in. She jumped. And mind you, I'll tell you, this is my first time in my life ever meeting her. This on my dad's side. These people on my dad's side. I had never met Diane a day in my life. And when she pulls up and jumped out, man, it was like I had known this woman my whole life, man. And I tell you, me and Diane, until she passed, had the perfect relationship. I and Diane loved me so much that it was just crazy. And she came and embraced me, and I jumped in the van, and we went on and dropped her friend's daughter off at work. I mean, at the airport. And then we went on back to Grand Rapids, Michigan. And Diane accepted me into her house, man. Listen here. She had these kids. She had 3. And Diane had 6 kids, but I think her little boys they were still in elementary school. And so the next morning when I got up, Diane told me, look, take them boys to school. Like I knew what I was going and all this. It was like she accepted me right on in, and I fell right on into the family. And man, they took care of me. They took care of me like I was real. My dad had already told me, he was like, go to Diane's house because she'll look out for you until I can sort out what this little trouble you done got yourself into. And she gonna look out for you. And man, listen here. My dad knew what he was talking about. Cause man, my Aunt Diane took me right in and treated me like family. And then I got to meet all my family on my dad's side. And I knew see, when I was 16 years old, I found out that James Merrill Sr. wasn't my daddy, and Robert Lowry was, and that was the situation that caused me to end up in the streets. Once my daddy Robert told me that he was my real daddy, and James Merrill wasn't, it kind of broke me. I'm talking literally broke me. I remember him telling me, and I ran home and I told my mom, and all I could say to my mama was, if I'm not James Merrill Jr., then who the fuck am I? Who the fuck am I? If I'm not James Merrill Jr., who the fuck am I? And from the time I found out I was 16 till I was 18, it was like I was out in the street just lost trying to find myself, and that's how I ended up catching this case and on the run and in Michigan and all kind of shit, man. I'm telling you, it took me a long time to find myself. People ask me all the time, how in the hell is it so easy for you to leave the streets alone and work hard and, not be out there doing all the crazy stuff that you used to do? And I tell them, because I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised to be no street nigga. My mom and my grandma, Mary Davis, raised me to be a good boy. I was the damn altar boy. I was that little boy who held the door open for them old women when they came to the church. I the one that held their hand and walked them to their seats, and I was in church. I was a good kid, but finding out that I wasn't James Merrill Jr., it broke the hell out of me, and threw me into the life of the crime and in the streets, and cost me 30 years of my damn life in and out of prison. But through it all, man, God was with me. God took care of me. God has always made sure that I was well taken care of. Even in prison, I ate at the top of the food chain. I ate free world food. No matter where I was, what I was doing, man, God has always made sure that I was straight. People say, that, my past, my being in the streets, that, that separated me from God, but it didn't. It didn't. Man, I can tell y'all hundreds of stories of God leading me through situations that I knew that I was supposed to be lost in. There's something bad supposed to be happening to me. Like, man, listen, I had no idea where I was going when I got on that bus to Chattanooga, Tennessee. But God led me from there straight to my aunt. Even though these people was out here looking for me, trying to kill me, he led me around that to the point where I made it to my aunt's house safely. And that's been the story of my life, my whole life. Even when I was going through the BS, you know, those that know me, that on here, that know me, know that I've been through a lot. I've been through a hell of a lot. I've been to prison 4 times. I've been convicted 5 times. The last time I stood before a judge in 2010, the Son gun gave me a life sentence plus 15. Life plus 15 is what I was sentenced to the last time I stood before a judge. Life plus 15. Imagine that. Life plus 15 for trafficking. And I stood there before that judge by myself. No family member, no nothing. When I went to court that day, I was there by myself. All the people that had been a part of my life, that I had been spending money on, giving to, doing for, they were all gone. I was there by myself. If it wasn't for Rachel Smith and Beverly Rump, 2 women that I would give my life for to this day, because I stood before that judge, I'm standing there by myself. Rachel Smith said, James, I'm not going to let you stand here by you. I'm not going to let you stand up there by yourself. Is it okay if I come up there? And I was like, okay, yes, ma'am. Come on, Miss Rachel. And Beverly Rump got up and came up there with her. So I had Beverly Rump on one side and Rachel Smith on the other side, as the judge sentenced me to life in prison plus 15 years. I went to prison looking to serve a whole boatload of time. A whole boatload of time by myself. I ain't had nobody to turn to, you know, nobody I can call on. You know, everybody hadn't gave up on me because my family wasn't in the street. And I don't hate my family or not like my family because they wasn't there supportive like I wanted them to be, because my family didn't fool with no police. They didn't break the law. And so, but through it all, God made sure I was straight. God made sure I was straight through it all. I went to prison. I did 8 years. I went to prison on August 5th, 2009. I got out July the 5th, 2017. 1 month less than 8 years. I was back on the street. And when I left prison that day, I had one thing on my mind. One thing on my mind. That I was never going back. I was never going back to prison. I was never going back to selling drugs or doing anything that would that would wind me back in prison. And July the 5th, I'll be 9 years I've been free. 9 years I've been free. And I ain't sold no dope, no nothing in them 9 years. And those that know me know I ain't lost nothing. I hadn't lost nothing that I had. I've gained everything back that I lost every time I went to prison. I got my own house, cars, job, money, a job, hell, I got my own house that I've been paying for 8 years. I got cars and trucks that you know, I got more stuff than I need. I ain't lost nothing. My bills are always paid. And I got out on Wednesday. I got out on a Wednesday, July the 5th, the day after the 4th was a Wednesday, 2017. I left that prison. I took my butt home. I'm gonna tell you another situation that undeniable, to show you undeniable God working in my life. When I went to prison, I sold all my cars. I sold everything. I ain't had nothing. So I come home thinking that I had to start completely over. But the day I came home, my baby mama and brother, Stinkaboo, called me to come see him, and I went to see him. And I had sold my box Chevy. But Stinkaboo saw my car somewhere, and he bought that car back and parked it in the yard. And when I came home, he called me over there and gave me that car, told me to take it out the yard. He said, man, I saw that car somewhere. He said he saw that and he bought it, and he parked it in the yard. He said, whenever James come home, I'm gonna give him his car back. And so that day I came home, Stinkaboo gave me my car back. And that next morning, and that was a Wednesday, that next morning, that Thursday morning, I got up and I drove that damn car to Enterprise to work. It didn't have no tag on it. It needed some tires. It was the darn brand new motor that I had put in it. Somebody took it. I done put this slop motor in there. It was leaking oil, burning oil. But I knew one thing. Only thing in my mind was, James, you got to go to work. You got to start off right, or you're gonna end up wrong. I got up that Thursday morning. I done did 8 years in prison. I got out on Wednesday. That Thursday morning, I took my butt to Enterprise to my job. I was working at a Mexican restaurant at the work release I was. And I talked to the people and I asked them, could I come back and work for them? And they said, yeah, if you can get here, we'll let you continue to work here. And so I got in that darn car. I ain't had no driver license. I ain't had no insurance. I ain't had no tag. But in my mind, I said, if the police stop me and they take me to jail for trying to do right, then that's what's going to happen. But I'm going to work, and I didn't miss work, and it didn't take me but a couple days before people helped me get tires, tags, insurance, and everything I needed, driver license, everything. I'm telling you, man, God has been good to me. Say what you want by James Merrill and all that I've been through. I don't care, because I know one thing, my relationship with God is great. You can't tell me God don't exist. You can't tell me that he don't exist, because he's shown me too many times. He led me through some stuff. Listen here, I got many more stories that eventually I'll tell y'all about. But right now, I better get, well, let me see. Ain't nothing on the screen, so I'll talk a few more minutes, but I'm just trying to tell y'all, no matter what you're going through, put God first. Don't listen to other people about what they're saying, what they're doing. Don't listen to other people. Because your relationship with God is your relationship with God. The only person going to get you to heaven is you, your mama, your grandma. I do believe that Mary David, Lord, I believe that I am the man that I am today because of Mary David. Whatever Mary David doing in heaven, I guarantee you, she's telling them about making sure James Merrill straight. Because that woman didn't play by James Merrill. That unconditional love, Mary David gave it to me no matter what I was going through. She could see the man that I am today, even when I was in the worst of myself. Even when I was out there in the street doing all kind of stuff that I knew ain't had no business doing. Mary David didn't care. She gonna make sure James was straight. But that's enough for today. I appreciate y'all listening, and I appreciate y'all supporting me through these my posts, liking, sharing, and commenting on my posts. I appreciate it all, and I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all evening on this beautiful Sunday. I hate to be at work. I ain't worked a Sunday in so long, Lord. I don't know. They changed my schedule. I was working Monday through Friday, off every weekend. Now I'm working, I don't know, whatever day they put me on the schedule. But hey, gotta pay them bills, got to work, gonna stay out of trouble, gonna stay out of them streets, and I'm gonna keep trusting in God to take care of me. Y'all have a great day. I love y'all. Peace.